think it's important to have lemons, good soy sauce, butter, eggs, Parmesan cheese, and I almost always have a freezer full of homemade chicken stock. And got that, I don't need much more. I'm Ruth Reichl, and I'm here for Comfort Me with Apples. There are so many people who are writing great food books today, but I have to say that I tend to like the old guys. Joseph Mitchell, who nobody thinks of as a food writer, and his story, All You Can Eat for $5, is maybe my favorite piece of food writing ever. MFK Fisher, who was pretty much my mentor. She's also someone who really understood the importance of the little moments in life, you know, eating a tangerine. The words that I love tend to be words that feel good in your mouth. The Portuguese word for passion fruit, which is maracujá, I think it's my favorite word. Well, when I was the editor of Gourmet, my staff kept a list of words that I hated. The top of that list was yummy, eatery, which feels like a terrible word for the great theater of restaurants, and divine when it's used in the context of food. There's a family story about that. When my brother was about 8, he was taken to a very fancy restaurant by my parents, and the waiter asked him how the food was, and Bob said, "Oh, it was divine." And the waiter drew himself up and looked at Bob and said, "Sir, food is never divine." And food isn't divine. It's earthly. It's what we celebrate here on Earth. I wrote almost all of my books by getting up very early in the morning, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And the ritual for me is you don't make coffee, you don't read the paper, you don't do anything. You get up and in an almost state of sleep, sit down and write for 2 hours before everybody else gets up. There's a chapter in the book which is pivotal about my leaving my marriage and making this decision about whether I was going to leave someone I loved very much and go to someone else. And I had written the whole book and I could not get that chapter down right. And one day, just out of nowhere, you know, I mean, this is like what writing is, it's like magic. You never know where it comes from. And one day it just hit me that I should do it in recipes. The mushroom soup, the chocolate cake, the apricot, I've got it. And it just finally happened.